Hello, so upon request, I've made this video that focuses on the core. We're going to start on our backs with the knees bent, which is how I like to start pretty much every day. Because some days, maybe you just want to stay here, connecting with your breath, and that's going to be your practice. And that's okay. But if you want to try this out with me today, just let the arms drift up toward the sky. And as if someone was pulling your hands up, lift the shoulders off the ground. Inhale and let them fall back down. This next time, as the arms come up, you're going to pick up the head and shoulders. Your low back curves into the ground, and as if someone were pulling you up and forward, curl up and then rest back down. Try that again. Inhale here, and on your exhale, curling up, taking the shoulders and part of the back up with you. Maybe on your inhale, you can reach back through the arms. And try that again. Exhale, curl up. Find the core. Inhale as you curl down, let the arms come back. And just one more time. Curling up. And you can always try a different arm position. A little bit of a bend in the arms and more of a V shape. And then take the arms down to the side body. Take the knees in toward the chest. And let's start by having one knee at this 90-degree angle. Inhale, and as you exhale, reach long through the other heel, just hovering above the ground. Inhale back, and the other leg reaches long, small hover, and back. So you can try that a couple more times. Just try to make sure the shoulders are rested, holding as little tension as you can in the neck, and continuing to breathe. Just one more time on each side. And last time. Let's take the knees to one side and then the other. This kind of sweeping side to side motion. You'll find your obliques, or your muscles in the sides of the torso. Oh, move and slow it down. You'll come over onto one hip. And back to center. You can place your feet down on the ground and then wrap the arms one over the other, reaching for the shoulders. And you can turn to one side as you lift one shoulder up, and then the other way. And then again, pick up your head and shoulders, and you can swoop from side to side, keeping the knees as balanced as you can. You get a little bit of movement in the ribs and upper body, and you'll probably feel a different part of your core, maybe a little higher up. And slow it down. Stay with your breath. And back down. And take the knees in toward the chest. I like to reset with a little forehead toward the knees, drawing the knees in, rounding through the back body. And then you can check in with a bridge to open the front body. So as you exhale down, let the pelvis rest. And then just try that one more time. Opening through the hips as you inhale up. And exhale down. So you can continue with another bridge or two, or you can challenge yourself and lift your left heel up toward the sky. Inhale, open the chest, stand into the foot, and come back down. Just try the other side once. Inhale up. Try to stabilize and balance through the hips. And come back down. All right, let's take the knees in toward the chest. Release the low back by rocking from side to side. And then rock all the way over to one side. And come up onto the forearm. So when you work on your forearm, just make sure that you're not collapsing the shoulder. So you really want to lengthen through the front here. Pec, shoulder, strong. And the elbow is under the shoulder. Find the length in the wrist. Take the knees back slightly. And then lift up into your side plank. So you can work with lowering and lifting here. Change up the arm position. So lifting up through the arm. And then you can even take up the top leg if you wanted to move into more of a challenge. Come back down and swing around to the other side. So of course you can also do this in full plank. I like to work on my forearm just because I've had some issues with my neck and shoulders, and I find this more comfortable for myself. So on this side as well, check in on the shoulder, strengthen the shoulder, lifting up through the fingertips if you're going there, or resting at the side, and lift and lower. Find core on the slide body. Try out your variations. And then take a rest. We're going to come into a supported boat. So you can start by either having the hands on the knees or just behind. And notice that you're not curling or curving the upper back. You want to sit up on the sits bones, up, with the chest lifting up and opening. And then again, try your variations. If you practice boat all the time, fantastic. But I like to take it step by step just to check in where I'm at. Maybe take up one arm and one leg. That's the other thing. Every day will be a little different. Maybe one day you just pop up into boat. Some days you need a little more support. So releasing both hands. Again, you can work with one leg at a time. And this is where all those core muscles need to engage. If you want to try all of it together, you'd probably be leaning back slightly. See if you can keep lifting up onto the sits bones. And then release that. Just take the feet together and this time curve your back. Let the head drop. And slowly come up. So once more, to open the front body, after I do boat, I really like to come into reverse table. So first time I do it with my knees bent, hands facing forward or just out to the side. So everybody's different. Find your hand position, look down the front of your body or look up but keep the neck long. Don't let the head drop back. Open through the front of the hips. Come back down so you can repeat that one again, or you can try with the legs long This one will need a lot more core engagement, but think about lifting through the chest first and then lengthening through the body, pointing the toes, keeping the neck released, breathing, finding the length from the top of the head right down to the tip of the toes. And come back, bend the knees slightly, bring the arms up, and then take a forward fold here. If it's comfortable for you, you can reach through the back of the legs. But again, instead of just flopping forward, think about still opening through the chest even as you're folding forward. Slowly rolling up. And we're going to come over to table. So when you're working from table, you can play around a little bit, have some fun with it. And even when you're doing your cat and cow, you can go a little rogue and you don't have to just move in one direction. Turn it into a bit of a side bend. Ripple through the spine the way it feels good for your body. And then from here, stabilize through the shoulders and upper back. Still have the opening in the chest and lift the knees off the ground. So got my knees off the ground and I can even move around. And again, you'll notice how your core engages as you move around on the mat. Oh, I'm even coming off the mat. You don't have to stay on it. Come back to table. At any point, if you need a break, just come into a child's pose. Take the hips back. Take a rest. Take a breath or two. And then find table once more. So from your table position, you can step one foot back. Keep everything else stable and step the other foot back. My entire core is engaged. I'm remembering to breathe. And then you can take this into a downward dog. Bend the knees. Then reach back through the heels. Come forward to plank once more. So this is huge strength building for the shoulders as well. So one more time, forward to plank. And downward dog. So even your downward dog, maybe you want to step back and forth, bend through the knees, find the opening in the upper back, and then extend through the back of the legs. If you want to try one more time, reach back through one leg. So this is extra duper, extra. I'm stuck. Come forward with one leg up and back. Other leg comes up and forward and back. And knees come down. Take your break in child's pose. Stacking fists. Taking a few breaths here. And slowly coming up to any comfortable seated position. Hands over the heart. Find your breath. Massage around the heart center. Sending you lots of love today. Namaste.